Well, it's just me today. Back out in the same spot we went last time, me and Jeremiah. We were where we went last time, and I got the okay from a few other properties, but we have some family in town, so I wanted to just kind of get out at least a few times this week for a short amount of time and see if I can find some sheds. I have a feeling there's going to be more out here in these fields just because there are deer dropping still, and even a week or two ago they still had their hardware on, so hopefully we can find a few more and I'm not just out here just taking out a long hike. Sometimes without the snow it can make it a little harder too, because there's not that off color on a white background. I think if you threw a brown paint on a white canvas, that sticks out quite a bit. But obviously brown on brown or brown on tan is a little harder to see. So there's that pile back there where I found the other one last time. I want to check this one. This seems to have shrunk since the last time, so maybe there's one around here. That'd be pretty freaking sweet. Fortunately, doesn't seem to be any around here this time. But I think I'll circle this hay bale just to see if there's any in the surrounding, and hopefully we can turn up one. And the next stop is that other demolished hay bale. I'm gonna hit every single hay bale on this piece today and then go from there. Still want to find that other antler to that big one out here. Coming up on this other hay bale now. I don't see any right off the bat. We're gonna comb this pretty slow. Let's see. I don't see any off rip, so that's a little disappointing, but I'm gonna do a circle again and see if I can find any. But oh, there's one right here. One right there. Little forky. Alright, here we go. I stood up for just a second. I thought I seen another one just right there. So we'll have to see, but yeah, this little guy. A little bit bigger of a broad tine this time. But first one. It's good to know there's still deer around here. Like I said, I seen that shed buck and there's a few other deer that jumped up right after him. And then that buck with the one antler there. Sorry about another hay bale. He didn't really care that I was here. I mean, he was looking at me and oh, there's one. He's trying to grow out there, ain't he? Well, number two. There we go. Number two. Just trying to grow a little bit of palmation there. Just trying to split out. This time it's a righty. I only got lefties last time. This one's also a lefty. So first righty. Yeah, just trying to get something there, huh? But just a little guy. I wouldn't call him a spike, or I wouldn't call him a forking horn either. I don't know what this is. Spork. I don't know. But number 2. Hopefully we can find more around here somewhere. You know, the antlers can be anywhere out in this massive field, you know. But you get a hay bale or some sort of food source or something, that's a really good point of interest for them to stay at consistently and drop. So that's why I'm kind of walking around these hay bales. At the same time, I'm zigzagging a little bit to hopefully get, you know, maybe a lucky find. Like, I swear it's not scripted. Oh, that's funny. I swear I'm not scripting this or doing anything like that. That's kind of funny. I looked over here too. I seen something. I was like, well, I'm going this way anyway, so if it piques my interest, I'll look back by. That's funny. I swear, I'm not doing this on purpose. That was just really, really good timing. Alright. Camera's a little crooked, but it's okay. Number 3. It's a big old spike, basically. Minus the broad tine, that's a big spike. Spikezilla. Number 3. Been out here for about maybe an hour or so, if that. The camera's a little crooked, but yeah. Number 3. Nothing too big yet. Hopefully we can find some decent ones by the end of the day. At least something with a frame. My goodness. We've just been getting spikes and tiny ones. Hopefully we can find some. Well, coming up on this other hay bale, up on top where that one buck was a few weeks ago. Hopefully he's dropped. I'm hoping he's on one of these hay bales here, or at least on the fence line. Who knows, he could have went back that way, you know, and just stayed over here, or stayed in the trees in there and didn't come back out. But you never know, there could be a pair here. That'd be pretty sweet. But I doubt it. High doubt and high hopes, but oh, I was walking this fence line back here, just coming back around through. Here's a better one, well, I guess. Not a giant by any means, but it's a shit, a better one, so it actually has points. Alright, our first actual antler. Better than these, you know. A little bit better. This one actually has a frame. Still kind of recent. It's in the week. Still a lefty, but hopefully we can match this up somewhere around here. I'm gonna circle this entire spot where I found this one. I'm actually gonna leave it right here for now. I'm actually gonna drop my pack right here so I don't lose it somehow. And then circle this and see if I can find a match to this. I did a few circles and I didn't see anything to match this one up yet. But maybe on the way we'll match one up. I did see a buck track going the same way where this guy was. So maybe it's the same buck going the same direction I am right now. Or it could be completely different deer going to the tree line or out in the middle of the field or something, who knows. But no, finally glad I got one with a frame. I'm hoping to match it up though. That'd be really cool. You'd be surprised on what the human eye skims over. If they somewhat blend into the ground, you'll just glaze right over it. And you won't think twice. So, you gotta train your eye for that type of stuff. Actually, point something like this out. Kind of hopeful on this last hay bale I'm gonna hit on this side. I'm gonna go all the way down to the beet fields. Walk the edge and see if there's some out in there. I know there's deer out there right now, but some are trying to come out in here. But these deer are skittish. They see me for half a second and then they're like, yeah, I'm out of here. So, hopefully, there's at least a small one on this one. It's not looking good. See one around here. Yeah, I don't think there's one here. I'm gonna find a little spot to sit down for a minute. Just have a little break. Maybe by the creek right here. Yeah, that sounds nice. Find a little spot by the creek. Kind of sit down and rest for a few minutes, maybe get a few drinks of water, and then keep on keeping on, I guess. Yeah, I wouldn't want to cross this time. This time it's moving. I crossed down there and even that is still moving pretty quick. Pretty spot though. I sit here, try to sit on this little rock ledge and drink some water and kind of just sit for a few minutes and then make the climb back up and then hopefully find a few more before the day's over. Well, nice little break. Stay here next to the water, listening to the ripples and all the waterfalls, mini waterfalls they have right here. But I have no water. Unfortunately, I drank it all. Those that know me knows I can go through that very quickly. So it's dumb of me not to bring two. So that's on me. But I got a little ways to go back to the truck, so I'm gonna hike out of here, and then instead of going to the truck immediately, I'm gonna hook right and hit the beet fields. Maybe there's some in there. I'm sure there is. The bucks are just all over in that, so I'm gonna have to zigzag and grit that pretty good. So I guess I gotta get up now, which I really don't wanna. This is very peaceful and relaxing. I gotta get up. I gotta find more. Can't end the day on 4. We gotta get a few more. Put the small ones in the pouch. Put this bigger one up in here. I don't think I can fit it in there. I will check throughout here and that collapsed hay bale again because I feel like I missed one over there. Something's gnawing at me. I want to come goose hunting out here now. I've seen so many geese. Like, he's shootable. Boom, 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 boom. He's within range. He's shootable. Could get one. That's been here a hot minute. A little buck. I'll take it then. It's a little buck. I probably won't. I'll probably just set it here. Here. Little buck. Pay respect. Poor little guy. There's one right there. I was really close to this one. I stopped right there to go out that way. Oh, just call me the Spike King, because that's all I'm finding. Alright, I'm done doing my B-roll stuff. Let's pick it up. There you go. Yeah. Just a little one. Looks like he broke off right here. It's number 5 for today. I haven't found anything that wowed me so far, but we're finding some. That's all I care about. You know, you come out here and you do all this work. Like on this piece, I had to ask for permission. The guy, really great guy, but come out here, you do all this work, you do all this hiking. If you don't find anything, it puts you really down in the dumps. So I'm just glad I'm finding some, honestly. Last year was a really rough year for me. I think I only found 2 or 3 the entire year. I wasn't even looking for one time. I was turkey hunting, I seen one down the bottom. I was like, yeah, I didn't shoot a turkey, but I got an antler. That's cool. But when you're actually out set to find them and you find them, that gets you way high. Makes you feel awesome. But enough of me rambling. Number 5. Hopefully we can find a few more. I'm gonna just do a quick sweep of this little area right here and then to the beet field. There's a buck that just walked out right here. I'm not gonna move. His head's up. Still has both horns. See if he shakes one off. That'd be pretty cool. That little buck got to like 20 yards. I could have shot him with the bow easy. So I had to kind of run off and like jump him, but he's just walking off. There's another buck where I found that little bit better shed, He just popped out. He has both antlers up there too. I think it's the same one I seen last time. It looks just like him. But I kind of don't want to get up and spook these deer because then they're gonna run that way, and I don't want to spook that deer. Well, everyone, I think that's all she wrote for me today. Not too bad of a day. I'm still looking going back. I'm following this deer trail right now, but not too bad. Lots of small ones. Not ideal, but there was still quite a few bucks with their, you know, they still have their antlers. So might hit the spot again about a week or so. Hopefully more bucks have dropped, but I'm also trying to get out of here. It's starting to rain pretty good, so get out of here before all of this gets really mucky and I won't be able to get out. So all right, I'm back at the truck. Not too bad. A little bit bigger one, and whole jumble of smallies. It's not too terrible for a few hours. How big is the smallest I did last time? I mean, not terrible. Not really terrible. And a bad little haul for just one person. And for a few hours. So I'll be back in a little while. I'm sure of it. So, but thank you guys again for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you like my content, please make sure to like and subscribe and share with all your friends. Hopefully it's not raining where you're at. Let's see you on the next adventure.